The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Trojans will put it away to start the game. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The fans are ready for this one. The boot's shaking underneath this guy. They'll leave it with him. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines. He stands on the result of the play. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Slings it downfield. And it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Trojan. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
That is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early, put yourself in a hole.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it.
Brings it down on the right side. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep
looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is no good. No good, and they're still down 1. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. He gets a block. Got him a room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They're lining up for the kickoff, but let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone. You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
To the air. It's held. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he was flat, missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Wow, the quarterback got away with one there. He's lucky that defender dropped that pass because if he picks it, he might have taken that one to the house.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. On his way from around the 50. Excellent coverage that time. Room to set up a big return. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
On third down, going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Murphy. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And nowhere to run on that throw at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense, so you got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
No thought of trying to kick the 46-yarder. They'll go for it. On fourth down, trying to find his man. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And perfect timing. You got it right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early, saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Dropping back, it's Hell. Looking to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where this guy can go up and make a play and come down. Nice job by the defender, just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. To the end zone, and it is picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll give it to the back. Keeps the legs moving. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great... He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They were trying to set up a screen. Instead, what they got was their quarterback putting paper and plastic and sack.
But how about the speed on defense with that rush, getting to the QB so quickly? You're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that, but, man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. He'll come out throwing on first down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. For quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find...
Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. the extra point. They pushed the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by 7 over Northwestern. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jet. He's going to let it go. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. What a nightmare for this defense. His 2nd big play, gashing this secondary and fitting right into that gold standard of Alabama big play receivers.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to find some answers, Reese. I mean, this guy, you can tell he can blow the lid off the defense with that speed, and you just better know where he's at pre-snap. Wherever they put him, let's make sure we get some help over the top. If not, one-on-one is not going to equal success for his defense.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Back to throw, it's held. He'll take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Quarterback could not have blocked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a quarterback that can run like that. They finally got him out of bounds. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the 1st quarter will end.
USA 21, Alabama 6.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right. If someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive, they couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He'll pull it down and run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give on the inside. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down moment.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but...
Trying to beat the D deep. And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. It's held. Right down the middle. The freshman just a little too much on that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Going up top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and beat a more physical team. A nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it up.
Trying to find his man on first down. Got a man. It's Murphy. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. He picks up the first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver peering down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The give from the gun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some more.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. out of the shotgun. You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Looking to throw, it's held. Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. They're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He's going to fire deep. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, how can they continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer? Because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Looking for a crease. It's low. Plows through the defense. Got room at the 35. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge, like they do a great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Grab behind the line. It's low. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
On second down, looking again to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He wants to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
USC 27, Alabama 6.
looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow in the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's off to the races. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Moving away from pressure. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
That keeps the score. USC 27, Alabama 12.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brooks. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going to take a shot. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, USC 27, Alabama 12.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Got a lot of running room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past, certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. He's at the 50. At the 30. Tap. He takes it the distance, and you can give him 2. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to... 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still suffering. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here comes the jet sweep. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You just start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the ground, he's got it again. Dances away from one. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The give to the lone running back. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
It's hard to stop breaking. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The Trojans are on the move. They move the tight end all over. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive change.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Off play action. He spins that thing down the middle. Touchdown, USC! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Molino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 2 to New Mexico. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Looking for his man in the middle. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking up the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Obliterates him, still on the move. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job of gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
He'll pull it on the read. Those defenders were seeing red. The quarterback felt it and got down quickly.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of his QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Grab behind the line. It's Murphy. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Here's the score. USC 36, Alabama 18.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback keeps it. And he was running with authority, especially with that stiff arm for a solid gain on the play.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and power read and jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown tie! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And this one is good, and it's been anything but easy for him. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
25.
He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll put play from the 27, first down.
Let's go!
Motion from the offense. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Let's see what they've got on second down. The give. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback there.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
And the Trojans line up to punt it away.
Punt formation to kick it away.
A low line drive and short kick. And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Alabama pushing the tempo. Makes him talk to the hand. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of looking deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Got some room headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Number 3 in the end zone.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. He's looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. USC 36.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Brooks. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets him to the 28. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball secured.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Trojan. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Down for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Now adjusting. At the 35, he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Going up top on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Second down now after the sack. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
First thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for us.
Skips away from pressure. He's going up top here late in the game. And he makes the catch at the 10. That's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's crippling because offense